Hello, everybody. Welcome along. My name is Benjamin Bloom. This is the Benjamin Bloom Football Channel. Please leave your bias at the door and join us for another Friday night watch along here in the Championship. It is Bristol City versus Swansea and M4 type derby. We get a nice little rivalry between Bristol City and Swansea and Cardiff, those three teams all travelling to each other at various points this season. This is the first time, and it is our first game for round 4 in the Championship. Things starting to shake out a little bit. We know that the window has to shut, and maybe we need to reach game 8 to 10 for us to be able to tell a little bit more. But things moving in certain directions for both of these teams. Bristol City, possibly, I asked the question, have they turned a little bit of a corner? Got the first win of the season over at Reading in midweek. If they follow it up with another one today, I think people will think a corner has possibly been turned. Swansea trying to build on this ultra possession style of Russ Martin, and they could really do with a win themselves. Let's just have, before we look at the teams, just have a look at the table as things stand. See Bristol City there in 10th on 4 points. They could, of course, if they hit 5 goals or a victory by 5 goals, could go top of the league tonight with a massive win. But I'm sure they'll be very happy to hit 7 points from 4 games and kind of start getting things going under Nigel Pearson. It's taken a while. Look a bit further down for Swansea, 20th. No victories yet, and a real sense of them trying to get things going and implementing that style. Look, let me know if you can see me, hear me loudly and clearly. Get involved. Say hello in the comments. Get any thoughts you've got on this game. Get them in the chat. Share your knowledge. Share your opinions. It's not all about me banging on. Let's say a big thank you to our fan sponsor, young Luca Bentley. This is all set up by his dad, Stephen. He has become our fan sponsor. He says football is nothing without fans. I'm nothing without football. You can see there, Luca, Stoke City fan there. They are going along pretty nicely, aren't they? So we thank Luca and his father, Stephen, for supporting all our live watch-alongs this season. Right, let's have a look at the teams then in this one, which would require me to click on the correct screen, wouldn't it? It is, you can see I've been looking up Ethan Laird there. It is pretty much unchanged. I think it's one change for Bristol City, but it's the basis of the team that beat Reading. I think it's Masengo in for King, if I'm remembering the tweet from Bristol City correctly. So in goal, captain Dan Bentley. Across the back, fullbacks, Danny Simpson, very experienced. Jay De Silva, lots of injury problems. I think is a viable Championship left back. Can they get 30 to 40 appearances out of him this season so we can actually see it? The returning Thomas Callas, who came back, I think he came back off the bench 2 games ago, and he played the whole of the Reading game, and Bristol City won. Did well in Euro 2020 with the Czech Republic. So a good guy to have returning and to have back, alongside Robert Atkinson, another centre-half called Rob, joining the Championship from Oxford. So yeah, expectations are high, and he looks like he's doing pretty good so far. That's the back 4 and the keeper for the Robins. James and Masengo in central midfield. Obviously, Masengo, you don't get the experience of King, but maybe you get a bit more mobility, a little bit more drive there, rather than maybe 2 very sort of experienced sitters in there in James and King. So it's James and Masengo as the double pivot. And then the 3 off the front. Down the right, highly rated Alex Scott. A lot of Bristol City fans have been telling me all about him. Down the left is Cameron Pring, who I believe, did he go out on loan to? Yes, Pompey last season. He's getting a go at championship level this season and was on the score sheet, I believe, wasn't he? Was he on the score sheet at... No, I don't think he was. Did he get an assist or something? There's a little boot appearing on my screen there. He got an assist. There we go. Against Reading. So goal contribution there. Someone who got more than that was Andy Vyman. Maybe a goal scorer, a finisher there that they need in at number 10. He scored twice at Reading. And Chris Martin got the other goal. The evergreen Chris Martin on the bench for Bristol City. O'Leary, Baker, Backinson, King, Palmer, Semenyo, Wells. I think that's a good bench in respects of first team experience. What I don't want to see when I'm looking down at the bench is a load of untried players who you wouldn't really want to be throwing in. Whereas all of those guys have been first teamers at one time or other at Bristol City or other championship clubs. I'll get your thoughts in on that Bristol City team. And there is the Swansea 11. Bender in goal, number 1. Bit of a mistake in the first game to concede the penalty. Perhaps a little bit better since. Now, not 100% sure how this back 3, back 5 will line up because Latabodier did play right wing back. I've not seen Laird play before. We know Bidwell can play centre back as well. So, look, there's a possibility there that Bidwell will actually be the left centre back and Manning will be the left wing back. We'll keep our eye on that. Cooper, you think, will be right there. Again, haven't seen Laird play before. He's just come in on loan from Manchester United, the youngster there. And Latabodier, I thought was going to be the left centre back, and he's been moved about. So we'll just have a look at that when the game kicks off and see exactly how those Swans back 3 will line up. Looking at the rest of it, all looks fairly straightforward. No Ben Cabango at the back there, by the way, or Ryan Bennett. And of course, the excellent Mark Guay, who we've come to be used to at Swansea, is not around anymore there. It's gone to Palace. Fulton and Grimes are played together absolutely loads. No Flynn Downs, who was my one to watch in my Football 365 column. So that's very annoying, but there you go. You can have a good read about Flynn Downs at football365.com. Up top, as SofaScore does an annoying reset, Joel Pirro, who again we wrote about on Football 365, a first league start for Pirro. He's basically amongst Carabao Cup games and sub games, played 180 minutes of football and scored a couple of goals. Scored one in the league consolation against Stoke the other night, and he did score at Reading in the Carabao Cup. First start for him in the league. Patterson is a former Bristol City player, of course. And Liam Cullen, we think, is going to play off Pirro. We think. We've seen Cullen play down the middle plenty of times. Also, here's your bench for Swansea. Hamer, McFadden, Danda, Williams, Joseph, Lowe, and Whittaker. So the only sort of real big surprise there is Jamal Lowe, who was used heavily by Steve Cooper last season, not finding his way into the first 11. Let me know what you think about the lineups. We'll get to your comments in just a second. If I may, just really quickly, I'll bang through the other fixtures in the Championship this weekend. It is round 4, of course, and we have this game tonight, Bristol City Swansea, early kickoff tomorrow, QPR Barnsley, and then 3 p.m. to catch me on the Saturday Super Stream for those. Is Blackburn West Brom, Bournemouth Blackpool, Cardiff Millwall, Coventry Reading, Derby Borough, Fulham Hull, Luton Birmingham, Preston Peterborough, Blades Huddersfield, Stoke, Forest. That is your lineup of games this weekend. And feel free to let me know who your team have got and what your expectations are. And if you really want to go chapter and verse, we did the preview show on all of those games earlier tonight. Let's say some hellos in the comments. See what we got going on here. Welcome, Finry. Welcome, Stephen. Legend. That's Luca's dad. So thanks again for supporting the channel there, Stephen and Luca. Evening, Nat. Evening from Steve. Nice to be back. Congratulations on our new arrival. Thank you very, very much. 1 week and 2 days old now. There you go. Should be retired soon. Mr. E, particularly fascinating game tonight, isn't it just? And any game with Swansea at the moment trying to pick up this, I'm calling it ultra possession style, is a fascinating one for me. Will it click? Won't it click? When will it click? What will happen when it does click as well? Because you'd think there may be good times if it does click, but it's a tricky one, isn't it? Purple Bungalow, welcome along. Napper's mum, welcome along. By the way, we'll be with the illustrious Nappers tomorrow morning for our League One Daily Debater show. At 10 a.m, here come the players out of the tunnels, led by Dan Bentley as the captain for Bristol City. I can see Matt Grimes leading out Swansea. Feel free, get your score predictions in this one in if you would like. Let's scroll down a bit. Sorry if I missed out any hellos from everyone. You are very, very welcome here. Matthew says Vyman's pressing game is massive tonight for City. A lot of people are going to target Swansea for pressing high up. Aren't they going to want to nick that ball? What does Jurgen Klopp say? A good press, a coordinated press is the best number 10 in the business. James says Swansea conceded the first goal in their fourth game last season. This season, they've already conceded 5 going into it. Very tight at the back with Cooper, weren't they? Mark got Bristol City to win and both teams to score. I can't remember what my bet builder treble was over on Betfair. Again, football365.com. I've been doing this all week. I can't remember. Welcome along, beautiful graphics and spreadsheets. Mr. E, unless you have the right players, I'm convinced playing out from the back costs more goals than it creates. Believe me, I think he's talking about Yap Stam there. Reading fan there, Mr. E. Evening to Jake, evening to Liam. Ethan had Bristol City high up in my predictions. I believe in Pearson. Well, he's won this division before, but it was in 2014. With Leicester, 102 points, I think, to be fair. So, in fact, I can look that up, can't I? I've got all the info. But yeah, 102 points in 2014. There you go. Let's do some predictions here. What are we saying? Chris, let's play guess the time Swansea concede through messing around at the back. Brutal. Ewan, he's going 2-0 to the Robins. MRR, 3-1 Swans win from a posh fan there. What else are we saying? Scott going for a 1-1 draw. Charlie, a 2-1 Swans. So is Josh. Adrian, 2-1 Bristol City. Bob, watch out for Alex Scott. Don't worry, we're fully aware of Alex Scott and have been for a while now. Looks like there's a minute silence going on. Apologies, I have to keep broadcasting through that. If anyone would let me know what that is for. And again, apologies for not knowing. I don't have the sound on whatsoever. Gavin's gone 0-0. Kieran 1-0 Swans. James 1-0 Bristol City. Or is it a minute's applause? There we go. Jake 2-2. James 2-1 Bristol City. Most of you are on the home win. I think I was on the home win as well in the preview show. Earlier, 2-1 Bristol City. Russ Martin threw shade at Cooper, saying the players weren't fit after pre-season. Yeah, I did hear such things. Looks like some paying tribute to some Bristol City fans, which is a nice touch there. What are we saying? 1-0 Bristol City, 2-2, 2-1 Swans. Ben is GOAT. That's how to get your comment read out all the time. 3-0 City, 3-3. There we go. Is Pearson living off one promotion or a capable manager? We'll find out in this job, won't he? There's nowhere to go in the Championship for sure. Let's get a couple more up here. Dam says 3-1 Bristol City. So does Jay. Callum says 1-1. And yeah, Rob is correct. No downs today or Cabango for Bristol City. Right, Swansea even. We are about to get going. We'll give you a time stamp, ASAP. We are having the taking of the knee in its about 500 different forms we get now. But there we go. One team around the centre circle, another team in formation. Now we go to a huddle for Bristol City. And then hopefully we can get on with the football. We are about to kick off. As I say, we'll give you a timestamp ASAP. If you're watching on a smart TV or maybe Now TV app, Sky Go app, you might be a little bit behind the TV feed. So the best way to enjoy the stream is to line up, and we have kicked off. Swansea in black take the kickoff. Does look early doors like Ryan Manning is playing centre back, possibly in a back four, which might confuse everybody. Who's that out on the left? We'll figure out this Swansea shape in just a second as the ball is worked back via Cooper. Is Manning playing in the middle of the back three? Interesting. So it looks like as Grimes comes short to receive the ball. Latabodier, how high are the wing backs? Incredibly high. Let's play through the middle. Bentley has to come out and header it out. So it looks like Manning started off in the middle of the back three. The reason I thought it might have been a back four straight away is because the wing back's so high for Swansea, incredibly so. There's Nigel Pearson, and there is Mick McCarthy, who hasn't seen enough football matches in his life, sat there with Terry Connor. It looks like Nigel Pearson's got a stats guy right next to him for reference all match. He's not down in the dugout, the Bristol City manager. Long one knocked into Chris Martin. 3 Swans players around him, but it's going to be a throw-in down the right for Bristol City. Finally got Ben Bloom on the TV in the bar. You love to see it. Take a picture of that, Nat. Brilliant, brilliant stuff. Here comes the long throw-in for Bristol City. It's the season of long throws. Thomas Callas is going to hurl this one in. In it comes to the near post. Martin wins the header fairly easily. It's cleared. Callas, good touch, brings it down. Callas puts the cross in. Flicked by Martin. Oh, nice header back on the back stick there by Pring. Vyman couldn't quite read it. And first danger of the game coming from the long throw there. Laird. I think it's his debut tonight, isn't it? I'll say on debut. Just lost his bearings there. Pring got in behind. If he could have angled that header back a little bit, they were in trouble. Bidwell, nice bit of shahousery there. Had his arm around Andy Vyman just to make sure he wasn't going to get anywhere near the goal. That's poked back. Manning sweeps that one up. Manning goes back home. To Bender in goal. They're really pressing, as you can imagine. Everyone's going to do this to Swansea. Bender, dreadful ball out. It's worked. It's fed in now. James, and it's saved. It's going to be back out to Scott. Scott crosses in. Martin's there, and it's out. Masengo's trying to follow it up. And there's the first example. Actually, they're still going here. De Silva now down the left. Swansea can't get out. Caught playing out from the back there for the first time. Here's Atkinson steps out of defence. Masengo's got it. It's all Bristol City this first 3 minutes. De Silva down the line it goes. Pring, decent looking cross in. It's going to fall to Martin. And I think was a foul. If a foul wasn't given, that's a huge chance for Bristol City. I think referee Eltringham's given a goal kick, in which case that's a bad miss. And Bristol City really could well be in front. Oh, it's a hell of a miss. Yeah, he's given a goal kick. He's got to score that, Martin, hasn't he? Pring puts it in. Martin wrestling with Latabodia, falls for him, and he just completely missed kicks. He's about 4 yards out there, Chris Martin. And they're all stemmed from, Sky are just showing the replay there, all stemmed from some really poor playing out from the back. Matty James got in. 2 decent chances for Bristol City. Really should have taken the lead from Chris Martin there. It came at him quickly, but you're a striker. You practice all week for those chances. Just needed to get a good contact, steer it in the corner. Played in long there. Atkinson and Bentley get in each other's way a little bit. And they've got it clear. Sean, let's hope this pace keeps up. It's good fun. Swansea all over the place. Maybe so far. Here's Vyman pulled out to the left-hand side. It's a good start by Bristol City. They should be in the front, in the lead rather here. Masengo cuts in from the left. It's good defending by Bidwell. Just leans across him. Masengo goes down. Sorry, Jay Fulton leans across him. So 2 early chances here. Matty James in behind. Didn't really get hold of the shot. And Chris Martin, an even more gilt-edged chance. Bristol City have started well, but if either of those players executed in terms of James and Chris Martin, Bristol City would be 1-0 up already in this one. It's going to be another long throw-in. And the entire game seems to have been played in the defensive third thus far. For the Swans, in comes Callas, long throw. Bender's going to catch that easily. And he's going to try and take a quick throw, as he no option there. And he's bowled it out in the end to Ryan Manning, who I do think is the middle of the 3 at the back, which is very interesting because obviously I know Ryan Manning as a left wing back. Certainly was at QPR. Where was he before there? Rotherham? But seems to be playing in the middle of a back 3 inside Cooper and Latabodia. The ball is with Grimes in midfield. Here's Laird, who's narrow from right wing back. Masengo gets a foot in there. Grimes wins it back. Fulton, first bit of possession in the Bristol City half for Swansea. Big switch of play there from Cullen. It's a good ball, actually. Bidwell couldn't quite control it. That was on Bidwell, not Cullen. It's a good switch of play there. Evening, Charlie. Great to have you back, my friend. You worried us senseless the other week, didn't you? Welcome back, buddy. Really, why should keepers have to be good with their feet? I mean, they don't have to be good with their feet, but if they can be, it's an extra outlet when done well. When done badly, it's an absolute noose round your own neck, isn't it? I do love Bender. He doesn't half make games exciting, just trying to pad his save stats. Yeah, already got one save. James really didn't get hold of that shot, did he? Steve, we've got to come up with a plan B. Everyone is going to implement the high press. Certainly in these first 10 games, Steve, they really, really are, aren't they? I think Manning started as an attack. Yeah, I think you're right, QPR forever. He's in the middle of a back 3. Russ Martin's gone all total football on us here. Here is Cooper. Cooper knocks it inside to Manning. Latabodia clips it into the channel. Laird trying to get forward. It's gone out for a Bristol City throw-in. And you will not be surprised, and I know Swansea fans are fed up of me reading these numbers, but they're the numbers. They are the numbers. It is what it is. 63% possession to Swansea. 4 shots to 0 to Bristol City. And let's be honest, Bristol City should be in the lead. Either via that Matty James chance, but definitely that Chris Martin chance. Here's Vyman. Out it goes to Martin on the left wing, who's strong player. Martin just nudges Manning off it. he's won a throw-in, and if they're really serious about these long throws, I assume Thomas Callas is going to come up and grab it and hurl it into the box. If you play that way, your keeper has to be Biff Bosch. Yes, he does. And I saw a very good keeper, Bart Bielkowski at Ipswich, absolutely go to pieces when asked to do that when he couldn't. So it's got to be the right guy, hasn't it? Long throw-in is easily headed away that time. Not quite on the Darnell Furlong level yet. Jake says, those terrifying early days when we lost the ball was much better in Bielsa's second season. First one was nerve shredding. Possession doesn't win you games. It's what you do with it. We know. We've had this debate many, many times. Possession is not 9/10 of the law. It can be very helpful when it comes to making chances. But obviously done badly, you'll get teams that have a lot of possession, don't make any chances. And as you can imagine, I, like probably most of you, believe in the correlation between making chances and scoring goals. There isn't yet, not proven, a direct correlation between possession and scoring goals. It's all about making those chances, and they can be done with very, very little possession, as we've seen many, many times. There's a long one in from Bristol City all the way over the top. Got a bit of a foothold now at Swansea. It looked a bit scary first 5 minutes. That was all Bristol City. But Swansea, well, I'm not saying they're in the game so much yet, but it doesn't look quite as terrifying for the Swans as it did in those first 5 minutes. Big header there by Atkinson. Fulton follows it up. And, I mean, let's just have a look at this possession phase and see what's done. It's moved through central midfield and into Manning. Now, this actually looks a potentially good one. They've brought the centre-halves forward. They are quite keen to play over the top, though. 2 or 3 times they've tried a direct ball in there. It was Liam Cullen running in behind. I think it was it Fulton who nicked that over to someone? Was it Cooper? So have mixed it up a little bit tonight. Is the Swans keeper wearing a Romania? I quite like that Swansea goalkeeping kit, Bob. A little shove in the back by Pring on Latabodier. Latabodier, clever there. Classic trick, that one. Run together, stop in front, wait for contact. Down you go. Free kick. Nathan, we haven't given you a timestamp, have we? Right, we're going to be at 12 minutes. Oh, bit too late. We'll give you I've just passed 12 minutes. I'll give you a timestamp on 13 minutes, although I'll inevitably forget. Here is Cooper. Bender. Manning. Back to Bender. In comes the press. Bender goes long. Big header by Laird there. Bait to Silva really easily, the wing back. They've won it in midfield, and Fulton's got it for Swansea. Another big diagonal. Lovely ball by Fulton. Big chest by Bidwell. Bidwell's done well. Cuts the cross in. That looked more like Steve Cooper's Swansea, that one. He was looking for the arriving run of Jamie Patterson, who we've barely mentioned, actually, former Bristol City player. Nice work there from Swansea. Here come Bristol City, though, down the right. Right, 13-minute timestamp. 3, 2, 1, sync. There's your 13 minutes. Line up from there if you want to watch in real time with me. Here is Cullen. Holds it up. Laird. Fulton. Again, big diagonal, and it works. That is one thing about the high press that teams will adopt against Swansea, is that there will be, that switch of play will often be on, and an early ball, there should be space if everyone's pushed on. Here's Latabodier up from right centre half. Now, Laird is forward on the right wing, promising for Swansea. This Laird tries to put the cross in. Jay De Silva makes the block. It's going to be a throw-in for Swansea. Pirro comes short, gives it back to Laird. Laird, crossing position, right wing, in it goes low, bounces back. Pirro, good feet there by the Dutchman. Nice little bit of skill there, actually. Try to work it round Rob Atkinson. Wins the corner. Encouraging start for Joel Pirro there. Sort of first involvement, really. I know it's 14 minutes in. But nice feet there. That will give him confidence against Atkinson. Corner, Swansea. In it comes, headed away by Callas, and it's going to be a throw-in to the Swans. Has there been more talk of Grimes leaving? It's got a bit quiet on Grimes, hasn't it? It was looking like a real exodus there from Swansea. Cooper obviously going. Gray, Ayew, Hurahan not retained on loan. Grimes, captain as well. I think there may be a clause in his contract from the size of the bids. That's me speculating. Here is De Silva down the left. Swansea, the better side for the last 3-4 minutes. Cullen works it into Patterson. Heavy touch by Patterson. Callas just comes in and nicks that off him. Good defending by Callas. Masengo, strong play by him in central midfield. And there's a big one forward given away. Swansea better side now for 4 or 5 minutes. De Silva gives it away after Bristol City really should have taken the lead after about 3-4 minutes. But Swansea growing into this one now. Latabodier to Laird. Certainly the right-hand side has been a good outlet in this last 5 minutes. Latabodier to Manning. Manning clips it over the top, direct again. Here's Cullen. Cullen just on the right-hand side of the box. Cullen. Back it goes to Laird. Laird back to Cullen. Cullen crosses left foot, poor ball headed away. Vyman grabs it. And I think Jay Fulton might get a yellow card for that. Vyman beat him fairly easily. And referee Eltringham whips out the, well, I say inevitable yellow card. I did say he might get a yellow card for that one. Seems obvious after the fact. Fulton, remember, red carded in the playoff final. No clause, says Jamie. I'm happy to take 3-5 minutes. He's worth more than that, isn't he? Not good. Welcome, Steve, predicting a Bristol City win. And here they come down the right. Alex Scott is going to try and take on Cooper. Nice ball in. James heads goalwards. Easy one for Bender. Good play by Scott there. Nice and direct. It was a really difficult chance for Matty James. Far harder than his one earlier in the game. Nice confident bit play by Scott, the youngster. Actually, it's a good cross that. He didn't have much to pick out there, and he sticks it right on James's head. Would have to have been a hell of a header to score from that one. But the highly rated Scott doing bits there, giving away again, playing out there, overhit, and Grimes can't get it. Here's James. James hits the shot, saved by Bender. And for the second time in the first 17 minutes, I think it's Krissy who was joking about it. When will Swansea give away a chance from playing out from the back? Giving away 2 already, although this one was nowhere near as big a chance as the first one. But still, it's going to happen, isn't it? Bender's going to go long this time. Laird and De Silva jump in, shepherded out by Rob Atkinson, and it's a throw-in to Bristol City. Brad, how do you think Barnsley will do this season with Shop coming in and revamp? I don't think they're going to finish 5th again, put it that way. We'll see. Probably better to judge when the 2 Belgian fellas have got their work permits and everything's moving forward. Now, here comes Pirro. They've won it high up Swansea. Pirro hits the shot, hits the post. Pirro again. Oh! And the Dutchman has scored. And Swansea have the lead. He got a little bit of luck. It was a great effort first off. And we said Joel Pirro gets his first start. Can he get on the goal sheet? Yes, he can. 18 minutes gone. Pirro gives Swansea the lead. How about that? Bristol City 0, Swansea 1. And It was not Bristol City winning it high up the pitch and scoring. It was Swansea. Masengo and Atkinson get caught badly, don't they? It's really good from Pirro. Hits the shot well first time, hits the post, gets a bit of luck with the bounce coming straight back to him. But what does he do with it? Sticks it straight in the back of the net from the follow-up. Joel Pirro second league goal and his third goal of the season, the Dutch striker. It's his first start. Is he going to be a goal-getter for Swansea? Bristol City 0, Swansea 1. Pirro is the scorer on 18 minutes. Says their third goal in 4 appearances for Swansea on Sky there. However, that's in not many minutes. I make it probably about under 200 minutes for those 3 goals as well. Impressive stuff by Joel Pirro. Bristol City 0, Swansea 1 as Nigel Pearson looks on. Let's get your comments on that one. What are we saying here? Your comments in on the goal. We will read them out. Nice work by Pirro. And although here come Bristol City now, Martin Scott puts it back in and it's won back by Swansea. And I believe, is that the first time Swansea have been in the lead this season? I think it might be. Because it's all well and good playing possession football when you're level or behind, but it's probably a lot more fun when you're leading and you can draw the opponents out. Woof. Totally undeserved. What's your rationale behind that, Bob? I don't get how a goal can be undeserved. Bit salty, mate, there. Won the ball, hit the shot off the post. Goal's a goal, isn't it? They've been on top for the 10 minutes before. I frankly disagree. It's an undeserved goal. Anybody else on that one? Hang my head. I said Swansea start was worrying. I agree with you, Charlie. First 5 minutes, Bristol City definitely should have been in the lead, but you got to take your chances, haven't you? And Swansea took their chance there excellently there through Pirro, and Bristol City haven't. Headed back by Manning, and it is back with Bender. It's 6 shots to 2 in Bristol City's favour. 3 shots to 1 on target in Bristol City's favour. As you can imagine, possession 57-43. Here's Fulton. Fulton on to Patterson driving forward. Led. Patterson. Look confident now, Swansea, don't they? Grimes. Good feet by him. Shadowed by James. Here's Patterson. Grimes. Cooper. Grimes. Bristol City back in shape. Grimes again. Just trying to pull them about a little bit. Going nowhere fast, Swansea. There's the big switch of play. Here's Laird. Good chest down. De Silva's tight on Laird. Here is Laird again. Tries to beat De Silva. Bounces back to Fulton. He tried to play it inside the fullback there. And Swansea on top here. I would suggest from, I don't know what the attack momentum graph says, from about minute 10, I make Swansea have been on top in this one. No Pirro, no party. There you go. Bristol City need to stick to their game plan. Absolutely. That's what good teams do. Going behind often doesn't really change what the game plan should or shouldn't be. Given Bristol City all their chances on a plate, not our fault you can't finish your dinner. But there you go. David just left the room and missed the goal. Was going to say, are Bristol City going to rue the missed chances? So far, yes. And they haven't really made any since that opening flurry where they should have taken the lead, frankly, shouldn't they? Ping down the line. It's going to be a throw-in to Swansea. 23 gone. Manning. Cooper. Manning. Another big switch again. They've used that a lot, haven't they? Here's Laird on the right. De Silva snaps in and wins that one. It looks like, thankfully, this season, you can make a slide tackle without everything being a foul, which we like to see, don't we? Not all contact is a foul, which we seem to have learned after the debacle last season. Atkinson's going to shepherd that one out. And it's a goal kick to Bristol City. 25 gone. Bristol City need to get back into this. I thought they bossed the first 10 minutes, should have taken the lead. But since then, I think Swansea have been the better side. And they took really the one decent chance that they've had. And they lead in this one. Bristol City 0. Swansea 1. In comes Pring's cross from the left-hand side. Cooper heads it up in the air. Latabodia completely misses his header. Laird has been robbed by Pring. And I think, it's a Bristol City throw-in. Agree, re-tackling refs. Yeah, it does seem to have, like they've all had a chat, the refs and the PGMOL this season. And that's what we really wanted. We don't want to see players get hurt, but not every tackle is a foul. And not every contact is a foul either. We know there's legal contact and illegal contact, but it got silly last season, didn't it? It really did. Especially in the penalty box. Long throw, in it comes from Callas. Headed away by Fulton on the near post as well. I think he had a shove in the back there, and referee Eltringham gives the foul. 26 gone, Bristol City 0. Swansea 1. We're just going to see the goal again on Sky. They've just slowed down. Pirro I don't think it's a foul, but it's clever from Pirro because Atkinson's off balance. He just gives him a little shoulder to shoulder there. I'll repeat what I said. Not all contact is a foul. Just knocks him off his balance. And once Atkinson's out the game, that's what opens up that big gaping hole, isn't it? So, call it streetwise, call it shousery, whatever you call it. Maybe the penalty situations caused a change of attitude. That and the Euros as well. Look, we're developing to the getting used to the VAR landscape, aren't we? Bristol City home record, say Sky, haven't won in 11 games at home. That's horrible, isn't it? Of course, the win this season came at Reading, didn't it? Away from Bristol City. Here's Pring. Now Scott. Scott's in a good position. Scott into the box. Scott right-footed. Good save by Bender. Chance there for Bristol City. Here's Patterson, though. Nice little touch by him. And Laird has got it at right wing back. Latabodia. Manning. Fulton. Cooper. Out it goes to Patterson, who pulled over left-hand side. Stands on the ball. I think there's been a foul given against Matty James. Referee Martin must have missed that meeting. Chris has got a new favourite ref, everybody. Here's that chance for Alex Scott. It's really good play by Pring, actually. Drives inside. Do you know what? If he could have just hit that ball a little bit wider of Scott, he really could have had a good run at the Swansea defender there going into the box there. It narrowed everything up there, but good play by Scott to engage the defender and drill the shot in. Cullen. Good defensive midfield play by Masengo. It's knocked into the channel, and Vyman's got behind Latabodia. But I think he's offside. Indeed he is. The flag is up. And here is Cooper. My diagram's totally wrong down here. I never thought Manning would have been playing in the middle of the back three. There we go. This is a new look Swansea for me. Oh, lovely, lovely bit of play by Rob Atkinson there. And he's actually stepped out of defence. Oh, it's a poor ball through by Vyman. Beautiful bit of skill by Atkinson there. Strength, and he rolled two players there, dragged the ball back and broke the defensive line essentially with that move. Excellent work by Atkinson there, trying to follow in Rob Dickey's footsteps. Atkinson out to De Silva. Pring trying the 1-2 there with Martin. It's going to be a Swansea throw in. Jack Army, says David, who'll be happy with the scoreline. Rammers had his medical. Yeah, another 26 million quid. Well, like you say, with add-ons, and I don't know how much of that they'll see this season. It's all with FFP now. All those transfer fees are certainly all paid in instalments now. Masengo, I think, was trying to play that into Scott. Vyman was trying to help, but I think he ended up doing a bit of Swansea defending there for them. There's only one Rob Dickey. There are two Robs, though. May only be one Rob Dickey, but yeah, the comparisons are obvious now, aren't they? Both coming from Oxford. Both called Rob. Both play centre-half, left centre-half. Both English. Turned over now and won back by Bristol City. Here comes Pring driving forward. He's fairly narrow from the left. I think he's won a corner there. Tried to drive beyond the two Swans players. Double bounce there, one off the other. And out it goes for a corner. A couple of million. Yes, add on there for Bournemouth as well. Nice work, if you can get it. Alex, that's excellent. As a Cardiff fan, I don't know what I want. A draw probably, mate. Corner to Bristol City. James, right-footed, floats it. Decent corner that, headed up on the near post. And Hoyt clear by Swansea. No one up there. And it's gone out for a throw-in. Hoping Warburton and Chairman turn their phones off until the transfer window closes. I don't think anyone will be inquiring this window, but look out next two for sure. Jay De Silva throws that one down the line. He's looking for Martin. Not quite win it. Fulton's done well. Masengo, right place, right time, but De Silva's had to just hoik it up in the air. Vyman did well, actually. Martin tries to get over the top for Scott. Poor ball by Martin. And it's all the way through with Bender. Here's your numbers check, guys. 62% to 38 in Swansea's favour. 7 shots to 2 in Bristol City's favour. 4 on target to 1. So Swansea 1 shot on target, which, go figure, was the goal. The other one hit the post before the goal. Tried to play Patterson, and it's run out. 1 big chance apiece. Obviously, Chris Martin missing early on in this one. Should have really given Bristol City the lead. It's going to be a restart for Bristol City. Goes long. They won the flick on, actually. Nearly got it straight through to Vyman in the penalty box. Latifbodier does well. Big tackle by Pring there. Is it a foul or is it a throw-in? It's a throw-in. Fair tackle. Laird will take it. Latifbodier jumps straight back up. There we go. Players do have a responsibility. Don't endanger anybody and don't dive. And the game will be a far better place, won't it? Anyway, I'll get off that soapbox quickly. WWE sponsor Enfield. No, I didn't see that. Amazing stuff. That's a tackle. Great tackle, wasn't it? Here's De Silva. from Cameron Pring there. Atkinson, Callas. Anyone speak Portuguese? Not me. Ball's back with Dan Bentley, 34-11 on the clock. Bristol City 0, Swansea 1. Laird comes across and wins the header back for Swansea. Fulton could ball that into Pirro. Can't quite hold it up though, Pirro. Masengo, good play by Masengo, draws the foul from Pirro. It's going to get the yellow card, I think. Fair call, that one by ref Eltring. I think Pirro was just frustrated with himself there. Tried to hold it up, miscontrolled. It's good play by Masengo. Nice little drive forward and, yeah, just a tap of the ankle there. And the yellow card comes out. Pirro joins Fulton, the second Swansea player in the book. James sticks the free kick in, headed away by Fulton. De Silva, Pring on the left wing. Pring crosses right-footed in swinger. Big arrive there by Vyman. Nearly got the bounce second time. And here comes Swans on the counter-attack. Patterson, he's got two. Oh, good play by Patterson. Really good play. I think we might get a yellow card for Danny Simpson now, who had to pull back Patterson. And he's got away with one there. Is he going to get in the book? I think he should do, shouldn't he? Yeah. Simpson complains he knew what he was doing there. Patterson did really well there, and he got away from the two. Just a clear pull back there from Danny Simpson. And honestly, I think referee Eltringham's got all of those yellow cards right so far. Latibodia came through Man City, tends to lose his footing. Strange. Should be schooled if he came through at Man City, shouldn't he? Obviously, I think he played for Steve Cooper in that under 17 England World Cup final, didn't he? Sky have just flashed up. Most touches this match. Grimes, Laird, Latibodia, Manning, Bender. All Swansea players, the top five there. Mark. Nothing like the first match of the weekend. Ruining your acca. You got to go on the 3 p.m.s on Saturday, so that can't happen, Mark. Thoughts on Preston? We spoke quite a bit about them, Kenny. Yeah, bad start for Preston. Who is it tomorrow for Preston? Peterborough. I think I predicted Preston were going to lose again, so there we go. Simpson tries to bend that one in. It's going to be a throw into Bristol City, and I think Callas is going to come forward and throw this one in the box. No, he's not. Scott crosses it in, though. Drives it in looking for Martin, who's generally got two centre-halves right next to him. You would think Martin will fancy himself in the air against Manning, who's basically a left back, isn't he? Playing in the middle of the three. Not managed to get a clear jump at him yet, has he? Bidwell, has he bought the foul there? Yeah, he has. Clever play by Bidwell there. Bit of experience on young Scott. Just gets his body in the way and ekes out the foul. Evening, Alan. Welcome along. Watching the game on Sky with sound down, listening to you. I love it when people do that. Fantastic stuff. Long one drilled into the corner, looking for Bidwell. Out it goes all the way over the top. 38 gone. Bristol City 0. Swansea 1. Joel Pirro, 18 minutes in. That is still Swansea's only shot on target this game. Although here they come again. And Pirro slid in. Pirro in the box. And he drags the shot wide. Is it a corner? Pirro thinks it is. And again, the thing we thought would happen to Swansea is happened to Bristol City now twice. Getting out of position from winning it high up. It's not a good finish, that, by Pirro. certainly not the high standards he set with his goal. Drags that past the far post. I do him a disservice. It is a corner. Masengo must have got a foot on. In comes the corner. Big. Someone had a handful of shirt there. I think it was Pring. Ball's gone loose. Pirro, good save, Bentley. Oh, big chance there. The ball goes loose in the box and Bentley stands up well. That could have been 2-0 there with Pirro with the chance. Here comes Grimes. Grimes, nice feet, edge of the box. Pirro, Cullen. Dreadful finish by Cullen. Side foots it. And it's all the way through for Bentley. And Joel Pirro is having an interesting game here. It's headed up in the air. He was offside. So it's a good save by Bentley. It shouldn't have stood if he had have put it in the net because he was coming from an offside position. Good goalkeeping anyway by Bentley there. It's an excellent save. Bristol City fans would have been hoping for that flag to go up if that had gone in the net. He was clearly coming back from an offside when Bidwell headed that one back. Even under Pearson, we look so flaky at the back, surprised in all honesty. Yeah, I can see that being frustrating, Bob, as well, considering Pearson was such a tough centre-half himself. But, yeah, it's been a couple of high-up turnovers that have cost Bristol City chances in this game. And that pretty much now, with the 2 efforts from Pirro there, pretty much evens it up in my head in terms of, feasible chances. Here is Vyman. Vyman to Scott in off the right. Bidwell goes with him. Scott knocks it back to Simpson. Simpson out onto the right wing. Good build up this by Bristol City. Nice low ball in. James completely mishits the shot there. It was a good cutback there. And James does pick up good positions arriving. Oh, lovely feet by Callas. Oh, great play by Callas. Slides it through. Oh, and the shot is fired over the top. Do you know, 2 of the best bits of creative play I've seen from Bristol City have been from their 2 centre-halves there. That was excellent from Callas there. Brought that down, fired it through to Vyman, but really poor finish by Vyman. Just leaned back and spanked it over the crossbar. Steve, we're doing okay here. I agree. If you take and I know this is if your aunt was whatever, but if you take the first 8-10 minutes out of this game, I'd make Swansea good value for the win. The only issue is they probably should have been behind after about 5 minutes, shouldn't they? So, but they've improved during the game, Swansea, and could have had the second goal and currently lead. First 5 we conceded this season were within the 6-yard box. Yeah, that is not a good sign, is it? Sheffield United regretting letting Moore go. He's at Coventry now. Yeah, Steve agrees. Moore good keeper, unlucky. Henderson was brilliant for Sheffield United for 2 seasons, though. Wasn't he? 42 gone in this one. Bristol City 0, Swansea 1. De Silva to Masengo. Callas. Simpson. Oh, it's poor. No pressure there. Unforced error. I was just praising Callas for his distribution, but he overhit that one. For Simpson, and out it goes. We're going to be back tomorrow at 2:30 for the Super Stream. Looking forward to that. We'll also be live with Nappers at 10 tomorrow morning for Dearly Departed League One edition. We'll have a look at the League One games tomorrow. We've got our 5 teams this season in League One. Wigan, Rotherham, Wycombe, Sheffield Wednesday, and Charlton. So come and join in the chat. Nappers is really good value for League One. Oliver, Man United fan, dropping in on Ethan Laird. How's he doing? Yeah, fine. He's been asked to play very high up at right wing back. He's defended well. He's quite good in the air, actually. They've targeted Jay De Silva. He's on the ball right now. Perfectly fine. You're talking a 6 or a 7 out of 10 for Laird. I don't know if the chat would agree with me on that. Oliver, I think Manchester United are sorted for a right back, aren't they? But there you go. The path is not always direct. It looks like Nigel Pearson has arrived down on the touchline from his position. Just having a word with Curtis Fleming there. Pearson would have, I thought, would have been very happy with the first 10 minutes of this one. Less so with the next half hour. Martin going down the left. A strong Martin. Players bouncing off him. I think he's a bit unlucky to concede the foul there. I think Latibodio's just chipping in his ear about that. It was Manning that went down in the end. Just bodies in the way. Comment of the day there. The Football Pad. Great channel. Thank you very much. Laird has been solid so far tonight. Agreed. Adrian. Looks decent, doesn't he? Gavin enjoyed this first half. Game is still open for either team to win. Roll on the second half. Been an interesting watch, hasn't it? The preconceptions maybe some of us had about Swansea were on show in the first 10 minutes, but not since about 10-15. They've been decent since then, haven't they? Cooper heads away, and here's Bidwell at left wing back. Knocks that in to Patterson. Former Bristol City player, to Grimes. Big one into the channel. Bidwell chases. He's going to get there. Scott closes him down. Bidwell hooks the cross in looking for Pirro. Cleared out. Here's Fulton about 30 yards out. Closed by Matty James. Grimes knocks it inside to Patterson. Back to Fulton. Back to Grimes. Good play by Swansea. Bidwell. Back to Grimes. Not wanting to hoik it into the box there. Here's Grimes again. Manning. Across it goes to Latibodia. Fulton closed down by Masengo, who's looked pretty good, actually, I think, in that defensive midfield position. Here's Laird, who we were just talking about down the left. So that phase of play is the sort of one I would be confused about if I was a Swansea fan, because they moved the ball around maybe 10, 15 passes there, and I'm not sure what they were attempting, because in the end it went out to Laird, but didn't move it quickly, didn't get the ball to him in space, and in the end it was turned over. So, sometimes it's obvious what the plan is. Not quite so, but I'm sure Russ Martin knows what he's doing. We're into stoppage time, guys. 2-minute stoppage time, and we've played 1:26 of it. Here comes De Silva down the left. Pring tries to take on Laird. Laird gets a foot in. Pring, decent-looking cross that. Good header by Bidwell. Martin was on the back post. Here's Simpson now. Recycles on the right. Simpson swings it in again. Nice shape on the cross, but not really getting sort of third-man runners attacking these decent crosses there from Pring and Simpson. Here's De Silva again. Cross is blocked there, and referee Eltringham is going to blow for half-time. Bristol City 0, Swansea 1. Get your comments in on that first half. Bristol City started well, should have taken the lead. Chances for James and really Chris Martin on about 3-4 minutes. Big chance. Should have scored. For about the first 10 minutes, I'll repeat myself. The preconceptions we had about Swansea seem to be coming true. Playing out from the back, giving the ball away, etc. But they start to get into the game then, start to get a bit of territory with their possession. And it always helps when you score from your first chance, doesn't it? And Pirro took that well, drove in behind Atkinson, who got caught forward, hit the shot low, hit the post, earned his bit of luck, I guess, with his directness, because the ball bounced literally straight back to his feet, and he stuck it in the back of the net. A couple of little openings for Bristol City after that. Alex Scott had a fairly reasonable one, didn't he? But not much else other than that. The best chances other than that did actually fall again to Pirro, who got in behind. Masengo got a block on that one. And a really good save by Dan Bentley, although we did see on the replay, Pirro was offside in the build-up to that. So I think perhaps justice done by the save, because that shouldn't have stood if he did stick it in the back of the net. Get your comments in. Bristol City 0, Swansea 1. Good watch. Nicely poised. Good clash of styles. And Swansea are just fascinating now with this strategy. Let's give you the numbers. Have a look at the attack momentum there. You can see how dominant Bristol City were in that opening. You can see above where it says Vyman 7.2 there on the left. But then you can also see where with the blue bars where Swansea came back into the game. 56-44 for the possession. It's 10 shots to 5. However, 4 on target to 3 is much more tight, and 2 big chances to 1 in Swansea's favour tells you that you don't want to just hone in on that total shot figure there. That could be a little bit misleading. Pretty even game, though, I would say, and both sides certainly are in it. What does it do to the live league table? Let's go to the live league table. It would level out these two teams on 4 points and bring Swansea up from 20th, where they currently sit on 1 point. That, of course, is if they can keep hold of that clean sheet, keep hold of that advantage and go ahead and get the victory. We'll do some questions at halftime if you'd like to. So get your comments in on the first half. I'll scroll up a little bit. I think I can see where the half finished there, and we'll try and read out as many of your comments and questions as we can. In the meantime, I am just going to disappear for a couple of minutes. You don't go anywhere and fill those comments full of questions, and we will be back imminently. Don't go anywhere, guys. I mean, you can, but make sure you come back because the stream will be returning in a couple of minutes. If you haven't already and you're not going anywhere, hit subscribe. Ring the bell for notifications on the Benjamin Bloom channel. Like this stream, keep your comments coming. And if you want, you can give it a share. And what better place to go and share than over on Twitter, where you can find me at Benjamin Bloom. Lots of stuff goes down that feed. And if you ever need to contact me, the DMs are open. Forgive me, it might take a couple of days to get through all of them. At Benjamin Bloom on Twitter. You can also support us over at our Teespring store, www.benjaminbloommerch.store. Don't forget the 2 M's in a row. Buy yourself a t-shirt, a mug, phone case, hoodies, all sorts of good stuff over there. Great way to represent our community over here. If you do get something, make sure you send me a picture over on Twitter, in fact, and I will get that retweeted. You can also support over on Patreon, www.patreon.com/BenjaminBloom. A direct way to support my work here monthly. Get yourself a little bit of extra content each month. And thank you to everybody on Patreon. We really could not have got through what has been happening in the world without you. Before we return, get those comments filled up. Questions, topics, etc. And enjoy the rest of the stream. Here we go. Hey everybody, welcome back. It is the Friday night watch along in the Championship. Thank you for spending the evening with me and with the other guys in the chat. It's been fun in the first half. More fun if you're a Swansea fan than if you were a Bristol City fan, because Bristol City 0, Swansea 1 at halftime. Joel Pirro with the only goal thus far. Nicely poised game. We've probably got about 7 or 8 minutes. Let's do a bit of Q&A and get some topics you want discussed going from the chat. So get any questions or topics going in here, and I'll have a little scroll up here. What are we saying here? Iain, I think he's talking about Bristol City composure there in the opponent's box. Sometimes we have to remember these are Championship players, and the ones with the real composure don't tend to stay in the Championship too long, do they? But there we go. What else are we saying? Steve, despite the early jitters, we competed well, scored an excellent goal. Yeah, definitely. It could have gone a very different way if Chris Martin had hit that one in on 3-4 minutes. But I think it'll do Swansea good to actually have a lead to defend and work at now. So, Jammer, Neil Taylor talked about his time under Laudrup recently, talking about possession football. Laudrup used to tell them if a pass goes backwards, the next two need to go forward. It's all very well, Michael Laudrup. He could find anybody with any type of pass, couldn't he? Charlie, what's my view on Reading signing Hoyle? Well, I think given the market that Reading are in, which is a soft embargo, isn't it? Free transfers. I think it's a fairly sensible signing, isn't it? Obviously, he's getting on a bit, but he was very effective under Warnock at Cardiff, wasn't he? So, we'll see. And it's another body in there for Reading, whilst Lucas Zhao's out and Yaku Maite's out, and Ijara is not fit either, is he? So, it makes sense, doesn't it? Pirro is quality. Certainly sticking the goals in, isn't he? Early days for him, but there's something there, isn't there? Interesting one. Keep your eye on Pirro. Bristol City should have defended the goal better. Pirro should never be getting a free shot on target like that. Yeah, I mean, every goal you can find a mistake. All opened up, didn't it? They got sucked out there, Atkinson and Masengo, I think it was. From then on, though, I think it was good from Pirro. I think two things can be true there. Good watch. Yeah, I agree, Dave. It's been interesting battle, hasn't it? Bristol City needed a goal early in the second half. It sounds really weird to say. Forgive me, Swansea fans. It does feel like if Bristol City equalised, they become immediate favourites. Do you know what I mean? It kind of has that feel about it, doesn't it? Chris, not much in it. Look like two bottom half teams. Swansea have more upside later in the season. Pring has caught the eye for Bristol City. I'm not going to pronounce that name. Njabulo. I bet for Bristol. Damn. Adrian, Swansea should be looking to looking to bring on Jamal Lowe to kill this game off. Got him up the sleeve, haven't they? Mark's in the ground. Excellent in the home end. Enjoy the game despite the scoreline. I like how aggressive we play. Always front foot, which is something new this season. Expecting us to score at least one. Nice one, Mark. I think Mark's Patreon as well, so thank you for that. Gavin, who's definitely a Patreon, because we spoke to him on the round table there over on Patreon. Can I do a plug? Let's do a Patreon plug, being as we're speaking to Gavin. There we go. Patreon.com/Benjamin Bloom. We will get a chance to do a round table with me and some of the other Patrons. Gavin was great on that one, Luton fan there. Will either of these teams be challenging for a playoff place? I wouldn't have thought so this season, but a good season for either, and that would then be probably the next step, unless they have a complete lightning in a bottle season, but not seeing it just yet. Pirro looks a great signing. Ethan, what on earth is going on with Ipswich? Can I give it one more game and I'll tell you? Who's new in the Bristol City team, says Oliver. A fair few of them, actually. Alex Scott, though, came through last season, didn't he? Cameron Pring, Rob Atkinson, Matty James signed full-time. So not a massive turnaround. Thoughts on Pirro so far? Looks good. Yeah, he looks good, doesn't he? He looks like when he's going to get chances, he's going to make it known. Do you know what I mean? Just there seems to be something about him, doesn't there? So, and there is the lovely Shaylee, bless her, who's downstairs with the equally or even more lovely Enid. So yeah, thank you for your comments to Shaylee as well. Oh, look at that! Just having a listening to Dad's voice while she drifts off. There we go. So I'm doing a good thing. I'm doing a fatherly thing here whilst doing the stream at the same time. Jamin also said he used to rinse them in training and tried to convince him to come out of return. I think that was the problem with Glenn Hoddle, wasn't it? He was better than even the England players were still better than some of them, wasn't he? What is my view on Stoke loaning Sawyers? I like Sawyers, and I think Stoke play at about the right tempo for him. He needs time on the ball. Doesn't he? Already got good midfield, Stoke, haven't they? Mike, Oxmall. I'm not going to say those two words together. Powell and Klukas and Allen. I like it. I like it. Thank you, Charlie. Very, very kind. CM Punk returning to wrestling later. Were you a fan? I was. I was very much a fan of that that song. Look in my eyes. What do you see? Great song, that, isn't it? Ben, could I ask a favour? Can you tell my son Josh he's done well this season? Has he though, Nat? Has he? Josh, you've done well this season. Only because I trust Nat, I will repeat that. Piro has Michu vibes. Michu was one of these players who looked like he never sprinted, but always popped up in the right place, didn't he? He's lacking confidence this season. Your son? Come on, Josh, you can do it. The Benjamin Bloom derby tomorrow. That should be Luton Ipswich rather than MK Ipswich, but there we go. Gaza. That's very, very kind, my friend. A £10 super chat. Very, very kind. Gaza, thank you so much. Congratulations to you and very, very kind. We have been parents for 8 days now. I think it's 8 days. Ben's sending baby to sleep with his comment. No, it's the lovely, soothing, familiar tones of my voice, David. Cult of personality. Great riff, that, isn't it? Yeah, tremendous band they are. If you see them play it live as well, it sounds exactly the same as the record, which is always a good indication of a band's musicianship. As long as he doesn't send us all to sleep. Come on, Chris. Oh, dear. Right. I think we're about to get going in the second half. Sky are back from their last break. Any more questions, topics we can do in about 30 seconds? We'll try and do them. Bristol City 0, Swansea 1. Let's just bang through the teams one more time. How do I get rid of that banner? There we go. So, for Bristol City, Bentley in goal. Back four, Simpson and De Silva are the fullbacks. Atkinson and Callas, the centre-backs. Masengo and James, the double pivot. Pring left, Scott right. Vyman is 10 and Martin up top. For Swansea, we tried to figure out who was playing where. We wouldn't have guessed that one with Manning in the middle of the back three, but is what it is. Bender in goal. Latter-Bodier, Manning and Cooper. So very innovative use of Manning. Bidwell, left wing back. Laird from Manchester United. I think it's his debut, isn't it? Down the right. Fulton and Grimes, double pivot. Cullen and Patterson off. The goal scorer, Joel Pirot, the Dutchman. And as I said, he is the goal scorer. He is the only goal scorer as well. Let me do a couple of little plugs. We are about to kick off the second half. The main one, we went over 19,000 subscribers. Fantastic. Thank every single one of you. We want to get to 20,000. That will just be, I never thought we would have got near 20,000 subscribers. So that is amazing. So please do hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Even if you don't use YouTube that way, just hit the button anyway. Do me a solid, hey? That would be really, really awesome. But most importantly, keep your comments coming. Keep the debate going. Keep the discussion going. Give me your insight on the game. Give me your thoughts. I want to hear them. We'll try and read out as many as we can during the stream. We have kicked off in the second half. Bristol City 0, Swansea 1. We'll give you a timestamp imminently as Manning knocks the ball back to Bender in goal. Bender goes long. Laird in the air, just leave it off it by De Silva, which means we should be able to give you the timestamp at 46. The ball's back with Callas at centre half. So we're going to do a 46-minute timestamp here. If you want to line up, we'll be at 46 in 3, 2, 1, sync. Get yourself lined up. Enjoy the show. React at exactly the same time. Is Mick McCarthy in the crowd? You are not seeing things, Kieran. Mick McCarthy and Terry Connor definitely there. Yellow card is out. I looked away there for a second. Ryan Manning's just been booked by referee Eltringham. Heavy touch. And yeah, he snapped in there. It's actually quite a good yellow card, that one, because James took it off him. And he becomes the third Swansea player to go in the book. James would have been away there. And again, I can't argue with referee Eltringham there. Manning, yellow card. Zach, I'm a QPR fan. I see you're Ipswich. Indeed. Indeed, yo. A sleep along. That doesn't sound very entertaining. There we go. Sheffield Wednesday, Sheffield United Derby next season. Possibility. See how them Owls do. Ball into the box. It was a foul at the back post. It was on Cooper, was it? And it's a free kick to Swansea. Lee, remember when Ryan Manning left QPR because he thought he outgrew us? I'd have him back. I still rate him. Funny how football works. I bet you never saw him play middle of a back three either, Lee. Did you? But yeah, that was a bit acrimonious, wasn't it? I think he'd fit in nicely to that team now, wouldn't he? Although Lee Wallace is playing quite well left wing back, isn't it? Layla. Thoughts on the front four of Muniz, Carvalho, Wilson and Mitrovic with Seri and Krissy behind? I think if Layla was on Football Manager, that would be the lineup, wouldn't it? They do look like they got some tasty players, Fulham, don't they? Doesn't always work out though, does it? But yeah, looks a bit scary. I must admit, I don't know much about the new lad, Muniz, but there you go. Here's Manning. Manning goes long into the channel. Bidwell's going to get there, actually, behind Simpson. Bidwell puts the cross in, looking for Pirro. Strong by Callas. Just got his body in front. Decent cross then, and it was on a plate for Joel Pirro. One pass took them all out there, didn't it? That's well won back by Scott. Scott's a really nice dribbler, isn't he? Does really well there, the youngster. Wins it in the right back position, drives forward, wins a free kick for his team. He's a player, Scott, isn't he? 17? We signed Manning as a centre forward as a kid, moved from centre midfield, left back. He's just a footballer, isn't he? I always remember my mate who plays bass saying that to me. He said, Ben, I'm not a bassist, I'm a musician. Ryan Manning would say, I'm not a left back, I'm a footballer. Grimes, he's a footballer. Lovely feet there. Goes into the centre circle. Excellent from Grimes. Out it goes to Bidwell. Back to Grimes. Grimes. Manning. Latibodio. Manning. Grimes. Lovely ball by Grimes out to Bidwell. Good build up this. Bidwell swings the cross in. Pirro's there. Ooh. Interesting one, that. The flag went up, actually, to be fair, but it was one of those where you see the keeper coming away from the line, the defender coming back before, and you think, don't touch that because this has got own goal written all over it. Typical basis thing to say, the least glamorous instrument. Daniel's words, not mine, to any bass player friends I've got. Scott is 18 tomorrow. There we go. What a talent. Ben has enough subs for his own championship-sized club. Yeah, try and get them all to turn up for a game. Oh, Vyman trying to chase him behind there. They went 50-50 with Cooper. Everyone hit the deck. Showed good pace, though. Bidwell's got it. Clips that forward. Callas. 51 gone. Bristol City 0, Swansea 1. Simpson. Scott just trying to flick that one around the corner. Grimes, who started the second half really well, actually, hasn't he? Been the best player on the pitch in the first 5 minutes of the second half. Wins it back. It's with Bidwell. Referee Eltringham has given a foul. Why has he given that? Oh, I see. A little shove by Cooper on... oh, no, sorry. It's showing a clip from earlier. Vyman thought he got pulled back by Cooper. I'm still unsure why he gave the foul here, but it's a free kick to Bristol City, which they've taken early. Clever one, that one. Here is Vyman down the right. Vyman cuts inside, crosses left-footed. Vyman's won it back. Vyman curls the shot. He got the right line on that. He's beaten the keeper, but he's put it over the top there. Oof. Open up a little bit. I was going to say something silly then. I'll say it, though. That's the one where Mo Salah always curls it in the corner, always makes that finish. But again, this is the Championship, and players of Mo Salah's calibre do not grace us, sadly, in the Championship, although it's a brilliant league. Why would I cover it otherwise, hey? Great guitarist make great band. Great bassists make legendary bands. Yeah. I was going to say, do you like Royal Blood? No guitarist in that band, is there? Very good, actually, Royal Blood. Who else doesn't have a guitarist? White Stripes. Oh, no, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. There was another band that was just drums and a bassist. I can't remember who it was. Like a two-piece. Someone will tell me. Here's Pring, James, Masengo, Atkinson, Masengo. I'd like to see Masengo try and get up into a number 8 position. He's very much sat there as a number 6, isn't it? James. Problem with White Stripes, we can't say there was no guitar because he played guitar, then he played keyboards, then he played bass and all sorts. It's just the famous one is, although I think that's a guitar made to sound like a bass, isn't it? Doing, 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 doing. Palmer and Semenyo soon. Yeah, that's a good point, actually, Bob. Let's just see what Bristol City and Swansea have got on the bench in reserve here. I was saying at the start of the game, it's quite a good bench, actually, for Bristol City. Backinson can give him a bit of energy in midfield. King, a bit of experience. Palmer, maybe a bit further forward. Semenyo, Wells, in theory, is a goal scorer as well. Less so for Swansea, really, in terms of first teams. Obviously, the name that jumps out there is Jamal Lowe. Ethan, difference between the two teams. Swansea have a striker who looks clinical. Bristol City don't. Can't disagree with that, Ethan, on the basis that Pirro had a half chance and turned it into a good chance and scored it, and Martin had a big chance and didn't score it. So all about execution, isn't it? Nat, odd question. My favourite band is Snow Patrol. Do you like them? Plus your favourite, my favourite band. That changes every year. I think different bands for different needs, but I don't know. I always say if I could only listen to one band or one artist for the rest of my life. Oh, here is Pirro. Pirro on the edge of the box. Masengo does well. Just crowds him out. Just for variety, it'd probably be David Bowie because you get so many different styles and different eras. But I'm open to ideas. There's a diagonal into Bidwell. He can't quite control it. We do have this idea about Swansea, just constantly recycling the ball about. They have gone direct a fair few times and tried to go over the top. John Paul Jones of the Mighty Leg, great bassist and also, very good keyboard player. What is that song with the... is it Ramble On where he plays the clav? Ramble On? Or is it Trampled Underfoot? I can't remember. I saw the Led Zeppelin reunion actually at the O2. So I've seen as close to Led Zeppelin as I could, bearing in mind John Bonham is sadly no longer with us. There we go. Still got very musical in the chat here. Let's do one here Opinions on Taith Chong. Yeah, very good, Kieran. Looks a player, doesn't he? Looks a really, really good player. Yellow card is out again from referee Eltring. I think Bidwell has taken too long for a throw-in. So let's top these up now. Pirro, Bidwell, Fulton, Manning on yellows. And who was it in the chat? I think it was Bob, wasn't it? Said Semenyo is going to come on. He was right. Semenyo is just getting himself ready. Danny Simpson is the other player booked, the Bristol City right back. That's nice play by Laird, driving forward. Really good run by Laird. Still going. Laird cuts inside, feeds it in. Pirro knocks it off. Really poor ball, by Pirro. After Laird had done brilliantly there to drive forward. Andy Vyman has just gone apoplectic. Thought he was going to get a yellow. Thought he was going to get a free kick. He's ended up being booked himself. And it does look like, I was praising referee Eltring in the first half, does look like he's got to the point now, referee Eltring, where he's having to give a lot of yellow cards to keep the consistency here. To be fair, that is a yellow card, isn't it? Vyman, a bit frustrated there with Cooper. Cooper was getting a bit handsy with Vyman, but he does then grab his waist and then take him out with his leg as well. Joe, yeah, lots of people ask that. When are we going to be back to grounds and in-car reviews? Probably a couple of months, yeah. Shaylee's struggling to get round after childbirth, bless her. So I'm very much trying to do as much running for her as I can. So we're not going to be going anywhere. Probably, let's be honest, probably before the end of September. But we'll see. We'll see how we go. Opinions on Victor Gyökeres. He bullied Keogh on Tuesday night. Started well for Coventry, hasn't he? Maybe that's a much better fit than it was at Swansea last season. Cooper has hopped back up after being unceremoniously taken out there by Andy Vyman. Semenyo is about to come on. Interesting to see who goes off here. Martin's just gone over to have a word. So it looks like he's staying on. Vyman's over there. Scott's over there. So it looks like Pring possibly. No, Scott is off. Good player, Alex Scott. They've got to use him judiciously, I guess. And Semenyo, number 18, is on. Scott gets a hearty round of applause. Rightly so, the young kid. Just DDT'd Cooper. Yeah, it's nuts, wasn't it? DDT with the leg sweep as well. Probably Jake the Snake Roberts DDT, that one. You love to see it. Iain, welcome. A bit late to the party. Getting ready for a right roll dust up. Rotherham v Wednesday tomorrow. You might already have left the house by then, Iain, but we're doing Dearly Departed tomorrow at 10. We're talking Rotherham and we'll be talking Wednesday as well. Hour gone. Bristol City 0, Swansea 1. Pearson has gone to the bench now. Antoine Semenyo on for Alex Scott. Scott by no means played badly. Great little young player. Semenyo in now. Nice one around the corner. And here is Semenyo on transition here. Narrow from the right. Vyman's gone ahead of him. Vyman's got it. Swansea plenty back now. Semenyo's offside, surely, isn't he? And the attack goes dead. Do you know what? Semenyo was onside then. That was what Vyman was saying. But I think Semenyo maybe just left it because the ball was way ahead of him. Ding, 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 ding. Why do we have to have music discussions now? I've got Cult of Personality and Figure It Out by Royal Blood in my head. Deary me. Will I be doing match day vlogs? We get asked this a lot, don't we? Do you know what? Someone offered me a ticket to Leeds versus Newcastle in January. So look, the latest will be back in January, but loads of games I'd like to attend. But look, let's be fair, it's probably going to be midweeks now with childcare and stuff. I don't know if I'm going to be allowed to go out all Saturday. Anyone see Michael Smith's worldie? Yes. What a strike. That'll get him a move, won't it? Eltring with a bit card happy tonight. Someone could get a second yellow at this rate. Yeah, fair point. Swansea have had more control since half time. Semenyo found his shooting boots since last season. You'd hope so if you're a Bristol City fan. Here's James. De Silva clips it into the channel. Manning, the Tony Adams coming out and headering the ball away. The left back playing middle of a back three. That's clever by Grimes there again. Just stopping short of James and drawing the foul. Grimes played well this second half, hasn't he? Bidwell into the channel. Touched by Patterson. Oh, Patterson's beaten Masengo. Oh, he goes back for a second go. That was silly. Masengo stands him up, gets in his way, and it's excellent from Masengo. Draws the foul. Patterson had beaten him then, and he came back for another go. Could have driven into the box ahead of Masengo, who is pretty solid, actually, as a defensive midfielder, doesn't he? Big clearance by Bentley. Cooper wins the header there from Chris Martin. Naki Wells is coming on. So we could end up now with Semenyo, Vyman, Martin and Wells on. Pring has been fairly quiet in the second half. Bentley clears again long. Headed by Manning. Semenyo wins that one in the air. Martin, strong header there. Oh, can they get a lucky bounce here? Latabodier levers Martin off the ball there. No foul given, and it's cleared. No real complaints from Martin. That doesn't mean it's not a foul. Good ball by Vyman. Here's Semenyo. Semenyo, edge of the box. One touch too many again. Patterson's problem up the other end. Swansea can't get it clear. Bit of indecision there in the box from both sides there. Oh, great feat by Grimes, who, is standout now in this half. As soon as I say that, he gives the ball away. Deary me. Here's Simpson. Pirro trying to close down. James and Atkinson do well. Bristol City on top here. Since Semenyo's come on, really. And here is Semenyo down the right. I'm not saying because Semenyo's come on. I'm just saying since Semenyo came on. And he's got it again on the right wing. Floats it in left-footed to the back post. Pring wins the header. Probably realises he's about to get substituted. And it's straight into Bender's arms. A bit of a hangy, floaty cross there, to be fair, by Semenyo. Pring couldn't do a lot with it. Laird, who's been decent in the air, marshalling him well enough. Fulton. Grimes in a bit of space. Grimes always tried to feed it through. Is Pirro going to get there? No, it just took a deflection. Grimes looks at it in this second half. Tried to play the killer ball there, split the defence. But anyway, here comes Pring. Laird gets in front of him, dives in a bit. Ooh, is that a foul? It's going to be right on the edge of the box. Latabodier on Pring. Latabodier says shoulder charge. He's about the only one of the back three not to have been booked. Let's have a look at this one. Is it a foul and is it outside? Not a very good camera angle. I think it's outside. I'll reserve judgment on whether that's a foul or not. The yellow card has not come out. Oh, yes, it has. Yellow for Latibodia. And a dangerous-looking free kick for Bristol City right on the left-hand side of the box. They lost it a bit there, Swansea at the back. Laird should have won it in the first place, I think. James sticks the free kick in. Good punch by Bender. Callas was climbing at the back post. Simpson recycles. Masengo down the right. They're going for it, Bristol City, to be fair to them. Semenyo crosses in low. Fulton well positioned. Clears. Masengo, nice takedown out of the sky from him. Here's Semenyo again. Swansea now back in shape. Ball in the centre circle with De Silva. De Silva tries to switch the play. Poor pass. Patterson. And he's worked it back to Bender, who can clear. And Swansea will want to get 5-10 metres up the pitch now. They're a little bit hemmed in. They haven't. And James has played it out to Pring, who's still on the pitch. Despite Wells warming up good 5 or 6 minutes ago now. I don't mean warming up, do I? He was ready to come on, Naki Wells. Bristol City 0, Swansea 1. 67 gone. Bristol City turning the screw a little bit. No big chance as such forced just yet in this second half. I'll give you the second half numbers only. Yeah, 1 shot, none on target from either side. So it's pressure without chances yet. Swung in from the left, Semenyo. Here's Martin in the box. Martin tries to get the cross in. It goes to the edge of the box. Oh, fired in low. Took a deflection. And you're just waiting for it to wrong foot the keeper. It didn't take a big deflection, though. And Bender makes the catch. Who hit that shot? I think it was James from the edge of the box. Decent enough effort. I say deflection. It's Andy Vyman trying to backheel it in. Sam McCallum hasn't been in the team for QPR. Can't get in the team ahead of who have they been playing? I might get in the team now. Odebajo's suspended. Might get in the team at right wing back, but Lee Wallace is in there at left wing back. Here's Bidwell. Cooper. Grimes. Cullen. Patterson. Grimes. Nice switch of play. Laird. Good control. Fulton. Swansea just taking the sting out of a good last 5-6 minutes to for Bristol City. Here's Cooper again. Here's Laird again. Did Laird get caught? Referee Eltringham, decent advantage. Oh, no. Well, he was there staring at it to see for an advantage. I thought they'd won the ball back there, but he's given the foul on Laird. It is his debut tonight, isn't it? Ethan Laird on loan from Manchester United. Championship 21-22. First start. He came on against Stoke. He's looked decent, Laird. I think we're getting a sub now. Liam Cullen is coming off. Morgan Whittaker is coming on. Cullen fairly quiet, honestly. Whittaker comes on. Pring, as we predicted, is off, and Wells is on as well. And Wells has just waved a couple of people around, so that might be a front two, possibly, for Bristol City. Yeah, it looks like Vyman's dropped out to the left-hand side. We'll get a look in a sec. They're defending at the moment, so it's hard to tell entirely what they're going to do. Here's Patterson. Laird down the right. Laird to Patterson, to Fulton, to Patterson. Nice ball inside to Grimes. Laird. Laird comes in off the right, and he's won another free kick. He's playing well, Laird. Decent first start from him. Steve says, hoping Swans can quell this storm. I don't want to speak too soon. They have, temporarily. It's a free kick to Swansea. Pirro, Manning, Grimes, and Patterson having a good old powwow about what to do with this one. Dan Bentley's just sorting a wall out. 3 in the wall. Martin, Atkinson, and Callas. Patterson and Manning are the only 2 over the free kick now. Patterson right footer, Manning left footer. I think it's going to be a shot. It is a shot. Manning sticks it straight into the wall, and De Silva clears it out for a throw-in. Pepsi Max Cherry is elite. Isn't it just, hey? Isn't it just? Throw-in to Swansea. Laird takes it, who along with Grimes has stood out in this second half for the Swans. Laird, a little bit of time wasting there with throw-in to Whittaker. Laird is pressed and has to go back into Latibodia. Oh, Latibodia into Bender. Held on to that too long. Nearly got closed down. He's got it clear. Pirro tries to hold it up. Does not manage it. In the face of pressure from Danny Simpson. 73:30 on the clock. Bristol City need a goal. Bristol City 0. Swansea 1. Swansea heading for a first win under Russ Martin. 16 and change to go. Here's Semenyo coming in off the right. Semenyo hits the shot, deflects it, goes straight to Vyman. Vyman sticks the ball in the net, and he looked offside. He's been flagged offside. We'll have a look at the replay. If it looks like a duck and quacks, let's have a look. Always reserve judgment until we see the replay, hey? Yeah, he's miles offside. Bristol City have the ball in the net. How long will it take until your kid has hair like yours? She's got a nice little head of hair at the moment, but apparently they lose it all and then grow it back. But no, obviously I will be thoroughly encouraging her to have the Rapunzel look. But hey, look, come on. I'm not in charge here. We all know that. Simpson throws down the line, flicked on by Semenyo. Masengo heads it forward. Cleared out. Pirro's been, he's had a quiet second half, really. He was kind of a bit of a chief protagonist in the first half, the Swansea striker. Bender, touch and clears this time. Laird, nice chest touch, excellent from Laird again. And Laird gets taken, that was an interesting one, that. Gets taken out by Atkinson, although he did have his foot high. So it's one of those 6 of one, half dozen of the other. But he just got there first, and Atkinson gave him a bit of a clattering. And how many people is referee Eltringham going to book tonight? Simpson, Atkinson, Vyman, Pirro, Bidwell, Manning, Latibodia, and Fulton, all in the book. Congratulations on the birth of your daughter. Thank you, Curved Glass. Very, very kind. No, David. I think you can lose at age 1 and it will grow back, but otherwise, no. It's gone. Manning knocks that one forward. That's going to be into the channel for Patterson. Patterson, dangerous cross there on the half volley, looking for Pirro. Good header by Simpson. Good cover, actually, from right back by Danny Simpson. Pirro flicks on the header again, looking for Bidwell and Simpson. Right place, right time there twice. Good defending by Simpson. And there, good defending by Bidwell, with Semenyo chasing him down. Sticks it out of play for a Bristol City throw. So it wasn't Bidwell, it was Fulton. My bad. And it's not a throw-in either. Got all of that wrong. Not my finest hour there. It's going to be a Bristol City throw-in. Jack Bidwell's going to take it. Remember, he's on a yellow card. Was booked for taking too long for a throw. So he took that one nice and quickly. 76:45 on the clock. Bristol City 0, Swansea 1. Oh, there's a diagonal through. Vyman was chasing. Goalkeeping by Bender, who manages to get there first and clear. Good hold by Pirro that time. Miscontrol by Grimes, of all people. And Wells has got it. I think it might be his first touch, Wells. Goes down the right-hand side. Grimes goes with him. Pirro's back helping defending. Well played, Grimes. Wells just tries to knock it off him to win the corner. Out it goes. Goal kick, 77:20 on the clock. 12 and a half minutes plus stoppage time for Bristol City to try and get the goal that they need if they want any points from this one. Bristol City 0, Swansea 1. Joel Pirro's goal now could be worth all 3 points to Swansea. Bristol City throw, which Danny Simpson is going to take. The clock ticks down. Has Pearson got another sub up his sleeve? He's already brought in Semenyo and Wells. One more to go. Pirro, nice hold there. Knocks it back in. Grimes tries to fizz one forward. It hits Fulton. Good slide tackle there by Callas ahead of Whittaker. Here's Masengo. Masengo to Simpson. Callas. Atkinson. What can they fashion? Bristol City. Vyman's come short. Vyman to Simpson. Patient from Bristol City. Swansea back in shape. Semenyo's got it. And they've had to go all the way home to Bentley. Just trying to stretch the pitch out here a little bit. It did get a bit congested there, didn't it? Bentley goes long and diagonal looking for Martin. Decent header by Latabodiere. Fulton sweeps up. Good ball by Fulton. A horrible pass by Patterson there. Fulton had done well to find him. Patterson tried to play it first time to Whittaker. Completely sliced it there, didn't he? Oh, Masengo slips. And Patterson tried to sweep away. Good tackle by James there. Could have been a Stevie Gerrard type slip there. Grimes wins it back. Whittaker sticks it into the centre halves and it goes back to Bender. And Swansea can regroup, although Bender has booted it down the ground. Although Pirro's trying to chase in, nearly gets there. Callas, good defending. Pirro wanted the back pass. I don't think so. I think Callas just running in and knocks it back. Mark already jinxed Bristol City. Don't speak too soon. Still 10 to go in this one. How did Afobe? Yeah, Afobe, horrible injury. Yeah, ACL. I think they put a fair bit of money into that loan as well. Pirro is down. He's holding his right calf. And he's now laying flat on his back. I think Pirro, is he done? Or is he playing for time here? I remember Jamal Lowe on the bench. Yeah, Jamal Lowe is coming on. And I suspect Joel Pirro is coming off. Pirro, the goal scorer. Only one sub thus far made by Russ Martin. He's brought Whittaker in for Cullen. But here comes another. And it is the goal scorer, Joel Pirro. Sky just showing us the goal again. Good bit of play. A little bit of luck off the post for it to come back to him, but sticks in the back of the net. And it could be a three-pointer, that goal. He's congratulated by Russ Martin. And Jamal Lowe is going to come on. We'll have a look. I suspect Lowe will go straight down the middle, but he could put Whittaker down the middle and Lowe wide. We will find out. Lowe has gone down the middle, so yeah. And Jamie Patterson says, get forward, get on the shoulder. That looks like the job for Jamal Lowe. Can he stretch the defence here? We expect the ball will likely be mostly up the other end with Bristol City chasing. Now, nice back heel by Martin to Wells. Wells down the left, runs at Laird. Wells crosses in. Ooh, Manning tries to dive in, headed that one clear. It's now over with Semenyo. You'll tell by my voice that he missed it. Here is Simpson. Masengo, deep cross. That's going to go straight to Bender. James, is Lowe unfit or something way too good to be starting on the bench? Don't think so. I'll use my we don't see them train argument. Maybe Martin doesn't fancy him starting yet for this style. But to be fair, Pirro hasn't started yet, and he's earned his start and he scored again. So I think he may well start the next game as well. Chris becomes scrappy. None of the subs having any impact so far. No, not yet. Not yet. Speaking of scrappy, possession handed back to Bristol City. Looks like Bristol City's bogey stadium is still Ashton Gate. I think it's going to be 12 without a win if they, Semenyo lulled into that foul by Brandon Cooper there. It's too strong for him. And Semenyo through the back of him. Free kick. And Cooper stays down. Kill a little bit of time with that one. $83.20 on the clock. Touches in opposition box, second half. 7 for Bristol City, 2 for Swansea. Not many, in other words. Up hops Cooper. Buys a little bit of time. Semenyo in the book. Another yellow card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 yellow cards from referee Eltringham tonight. Bentley throws that one out to De Silva. 84 gone. 6 minutes and stoppage time. It's probably going to be 5, I reckon, at this juncture on the stoppage time. Bentley makes the clearance, headed down. Simpson's got it now. Simpson out to the right wing and Semenyo. Semenyo coming inside, tries to get past Whittaker. Goes back to Atkinson, who plays it to Vyman. De Silva. Vyman down the left wing. Laird, good defending. It's a goal kick. Goal kick all day long, Vyman. You know it was, don't you, as well? Vyman, foot in, bounce back off Vyman. Bristol City are basically playing a 4-4-2 now with Semenyo on the right wing, Vyman on the left wing, Wells and Martin up front. That may now change. Danny Simpson has come off the right back and Andy King has come on. So don't know what Big Nige is doing here. We'll find out in just a second, but definite Hail Mary won that one. King in. I'm just going to stick him in the middle of the pitch on my pad. And we'll see what system they're going to play here. But essentially, no right back here. Please ignore the nonsense in the chat. There hasn't been a goal. As Rebel says, it's boring. There has not been a goal. The ball is given away. Right, where has King gone then? He's wearing 10. I think he's playing 10 as well. Don't know who's playing right back, if anybody, for Bristol City. Wells knocks it off. And Bender clears it. Yeah, it looks like he's just playing a tight back three now and throwing caution to the wind. Fulton tries to stick that through to Lowe. Lowe beats Callas. Can Lowe put the cross in? Yes, he can. Patterson doesn't gamble on the far post, but he does wing it now. Masengo is beaten by Bidwell, who's done well. Cut back. Oh, I couldn't find Whittaker there. Opened up a little bit. It's going to be open now these last 3 minutes. Basically, Bristol City have gone to 3 at the back. It's a fairly sensible substitution on the basis that Swansea weren't really getting anybody forward. Didn't really need them. Martin trying to get away from Manning. Bender plays it out to Laird, who I've been impressed with, actually. When we talk about man of the matches, we'll do it in a couple of minutes. I'm sure Laird, the Swansea right wing-back, will get a mention. Paul, you absolute legend. 15 quid super chat. Very, very kind. A drink to you, buddy. Happy for you and the new family member. Shame about the Ipswich start. Have the faith, of course. Yeah. Thank you very much, Paul. That's very, very kind. 15 quid on the super chat. Here comes Grimes, hits the shot, blocked, and Bentley palms it up in the air and gathers it again. Thank you again, Paul. Very, very kind. Yeah. I look like early Paul Rogers. There you go. I feel like making love. Feel like making love. That's a tune, isn't it? Hey? Feel like making love. Bad Company. That was a good song as well, wasn't it? Well, that's not free. Literally Bad Company, isn't it? Is Feel Like Making Love free? I think it is. I don't know. 88:15 on the clock. Camera goes on the Swans fans. They're applauding. I think there's going to be 5 minutes stoppage time, though. Should we do man of the match? Let's do man of the match. Get your shouts in the chat for man of the match. Perhaps Matt Grimes in the second half. I think he's been decent. Laird, the right wing back, has been decent as well. Get your thoughts in. Man of the match. Headed down the line by Callas. Grimes getting in there again. Wells tries to slip it through. Manning wins it back. Patterson tries to clip it forward for Low. Doesn't quite get there. Big clearance. Wells tries to bring it down. Grimes hooks it forward. Here's Masengo, who's actually been decent for Bristol City. And Grimes is going to join the many players in the book here, surely. Grimes takes out Masengo, who I'd say has probably been the pick of the Bristol City players. What are we saying here? Laird. Yeah, Piro, Grimes or Laird. Manning. Laird. Grimes or Laird. I think probably go for Laird on your suggestions here. The right wing back for Swansea. Latabodier heads away. We're coming up now. 90. We're going to see how much stoppage time there is. Manning. Big header clear. Launch back in. Nice clearance that by Patterson. Back over his head. Ooh, nice bring down by Low. They've got them on the counter here. 3-on-3. Low. Patterson's got Akers in front of him. Patterson now drives into the box. Jamie Patterson. Oh, poor finish. Whittaker timed his run quite well late there. Oh, goodness me. Big breakaway there for Bristol City. Swansea, Jamie Patterson, former Bristol City player, could not do anything with it. As predicted, we've done this before, haven't we? 5 minutes stoppage time. Bender has the ball. We've played 50 seconds of it now. So Swansea, like everybody does, so don't complain, will be looking to kill that stoppage time. Bristol City, can they make a big chance? They've got nothing to lose now. They're in a weird 3-something formation with lots of extra attackers on here. Callas, long throw forward. Masengo wins that again. That's excellent by Masengo. Brilliant play, actually. I definitely have him pegged as the best Bristol City player. Headed back. Here's Semenyo. 91.40 on the clock. Out it goes to the left wing. Vyman crosses it in. Flick, header. And it's wide from Andy King. I think that's his first touch. And I think, to be honest, Bender had that one covered. Decent enough cross. He's stationary in the box, though, isn't he? Martin, Stroud, Busby. What does David Brent say? Milligan, Everett, Cleese, Sessions. 92.20 on the clock. Swansea closing in on a first win under Russ Martin. By Harrison. Yeah, I thought I'd swept him away nicely. Out he goes. Yeah, he was only blocked for 5 minutes, though, so we may hear from him again. We may not want to, judging by that first comment. Right, throwing for Bristol City, which Thomas Callas is going to hurl into the box. 92.54 on the clock. Ball boy gives him the towel. And everybody forward. Can they get first contact on this one? Chris Martin will be the target. Double marked here. One in front, one behind. Manning and Fulton trying to stop Chris Martin. In goes the throw from Callas. Rob Atkinson thinks that's a corner. Referee Eltringham does not agree. Goal kick. Latter Bodier and Semenyo are sledging each other, trash talking each other. Sky have given Matt Grimes the man of the match. I think we had him second place behind Laird, didn't we, in the chat? $93.47 on the clock. About 70 seconds to go. Can Bristol City make a chance? Need to get the ball up the other end. And it's going to be a City throw-in down in the right back position. 94 minutes up. Less than 60 seconds of minimum stoppage time remaining. Thrown down the line. Big winner there is Cooper. 94.17 on the clock. Callas wants an option to throw it to. Just hurls it over halfway. Winner Fulton there. Masengo wins yet another foul. And the ball is going to be launched into the box. This is going to be the last phase of play this game. Dan Bentley comes up to about 5 yards inside his own half. Swansea will inevitably try and hold a high line here. In goes the delivery. Cooper, I think, wins it again in the air. Lowe's won it, and I think that will do for Swansea. Lowe comes away now, and it's going to be a win for Swansea here as the clock ebbs away. Russ Martin, fist pumps, hugs all his staff. There's Matt Gill there working for Swansea now. And the Swans have won. It's Bristol City 0, Swansea 1. Joel Pirro with the only goal in this game. The second half, it was a case of just shutting the game down for Swansea, but they have got the win. Bristol City 0, Swansea 1. Get your thoughts in on that one. Let's take a look at the live league table. First of all, it's not really live. No games are in play now as we speak. This one is over. Swansea move on to 4 points from 4 games. A first win for Russ Martin, a really good result for Swansea. They come away with all 3 points. Bristol City already had 4 points on the board. So, look, both of these sides could drop a few places from where they are now in 13th and 16th, respectively. Both sides, we know a point per game early on, isn't it? But a point per game is survival form, isn't it, basically, rather than anything else. But that will change as the table ebbs out. Let's have a look at the numbers. You can give me your thoughts on that one. Interesting watch, actually, to see Swansea for the first time over 90 minutes. They weren't quite as I expected they would be. Didn't pass the ball to death, for sure, and took their chance, got the win. There are the numbers, 54-46. 5 shots to 4 on target. But look at the big chance count. Swansea, 2 big chances. Bristol City, 1 big chance. And, of course, that fell to Chris Martin after about 3 minutes. Everything would have been very, very different had he, and let's be honest, he should have, stuck the ball in the back of the net there. They rode their luck a bit there, Bristol City, Swansea, but you've got to take your chances, haven't you? And Swansea took their chance. Pirro did well in the first instance. Got a bit lucky with the rebound off the post. It went straight back to him, but you earn your luck sometimes, don't you? Let's go to your comments here. Swansea, good defensively. I agree, actually, Rebel. I think they were in the second half. They weren't in the first 10 minutes, but they did stabilise for sure. Worrying times for Pearson, Iain, especially at home. Russ Martin celebrating with those Swans fans. Congratulations to him. A first win there, giving it the old fist bump. So that's no wins in 12 at home for Bristol City. Chris, a great result for Russ Martin. Agree. Swansea slightly better. Agree. Pretty poor again for Bristol City. Agree. Feel sorry for Anir. Agree. Bless him. Young Anir doesn't get to many games. I think he's at the game tonight. There we go. Joel Pirro masterclass. Not sure about that, but his goal wins the game for Swansea. A bit quiet in the second half, but hey, what do you want your striker to do? Take his chances and score the winning goal. He's done just that. Mr. E, 2 mid-table looking sides tonight, although Bristol City will need to sort out their home form. Agreed. Swansea needed that win massively. Agreed. Stop talking sense in the chat, you lot. I know it's early in the season. Could be a big win. 100%. Yeah. Over the moon for Russ Martin. Yeah, you want to see young managers get off with a win. Relieve fewer mistakes. Much better defensively. Paul, if these refs in the Championship want to be Premier League West, no wonder they need VAR in the Prem. Look, a lot of yellow cards. I do feel a little bit for Eltringham because in the first half, I think he gave 3 yellow cards quite quickly. And honestly, I thought they were all yellow cards. And then you're in that position now where every foul that stacks up with that becomes a yellow. And you do get a lot of yellow cards. Probably a few too many in the end, but is what it is, isn't it? Jamen, that should help the players buying into what Russ is trying to do. Takes me, yeah, agree with that 100%. Kieran, see you tomorrow. Absolutely. Join us for the super stream. Gavin, well done, Swans. Bristol City will beat other teams. Just a waiting game. Steve, going to be a slow build for us. Patience to be had. But as the season goes on, we will get there. You would think that would be the case. Right. Thank you all for joining me tonight for our watch along. It was Bristol City 0, Swansea 1. I'm going to say farewell and thank you. Please hit like before you go and subscribe if you haven't. Thank you, everybody, for the super chats and, of course, your comments in the stream tonight. We're going to be back 10 a.m. tomorrow. We're talking to Nappers, League One dearly departed, and then we'll be back at 2:30. 2 shows tomorrow for the Saturday super stream. If you're not at a game tomorrow, join me for either of those. To be fair, if you're at a game, you'll probably be traveling unless you've got a home game tomorrow for the first one. But come and join us. The content keeps on coming. If you're saying thank you right now, I'll pop them up as the advert plays. I'm going to go and hang with Shaylee and the gorgeous, probably asleep, Enid. And we'll see you all tomorrow. Thank you, everybody, for your support. Thank you for your comments, for your insight. And it's a big over and out from me. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button to see more videos from this channel. Hit the subscribe button and to be notified every time we upload. Ring the bell for those notifications to come through on your device. If you really want to support the channel and me as a content creator, I will be eternally grateful if you head over to the merch store and grab something, or support over on Patreon, patreon.com/Benjamin Bloom. Thank you for your time. Go and watch another video.